Tidewater Glacier is a glacier which is terminating in water. In all glaciers, the ice is flowing down towards the end under its own weight. This flow causes stress and strain that lead to cracks. When these are deep enough, a piece of ice breaks off the front of the glacier and falls into the sea. This piece is called iceberg, and we call the process calving. Icebergs come in all different shapes and sizes. The smallest of them are as big as a human or a small boat and can be found near small glaciers, for example here in a fjord in Spitsbergen. The largest of them can become as big as whole islands, like the B-15 iceberg that calved off an Antarctic ice shelf and was as big as Jamaica. Icebergs can be very dangerous to ships. A big iceberg, probably coming from a glacier in Greenland, was what sank Titanic in 1912. The sea ice is different from icebergs in almost all respects. It starts as small disks of ice on the surface of the ocean when the air temperature falls below zero. If the freezing weather continues, and it does during the Arctic winter, the disks expand mostly horizontally to create flat pancakes of ice. These are moved by wind and sea currents, and a rigid continuous pack of ice is formed. In spring and summer, when temperature rises, a part of the sea ice melts. However, some of it around the North Pole survives until the next winter and becomes the multi-year ice. Sea ice is not as dangerous to ships as icebergs, mostly because it's easy to spot and avoid. However, scientists have used sea ice to travel around the Arctic. A ship can be stuck in the sea ice as it forms in winter, and then flow with it around the whole Arctic region, allowing for scientific measurements made in very different locations. Such ship is then released in summer when the sea ice melts and can easily return home. So, to sum up, icebergs are formed on glacier and fall into the sea, while the sea ice forms as small pieces in the ocean. Icebergs have many different shapes and sizes and slowly disintegrate with time, while sea ice is mostly flat and grows from small crystals to fields as big as a sea. Icebergs can sink ships, while sea ice can be used to carry ships around the Arctic.